Hello and welcome to Quick Learn Photography, straight to the point videos that teach you everything that I've learned in over the last 10 years of professional photography. My name's James, and in this one I'm going to talk about if you're going professional as a photographer, you want to start charging money and making an income from it. So I've done a few videos about what I learned about building up a photography business, the sort of mistakes I made, highs and lows, and it might help you out. So just from personal experience and some things that you might not even be aware of. So I've done quite a few already. If you're thinking of charging money for photography. On this one, I'm going to talk about logistics, okay? So it sort of sounds a bit weird, but the logistics of photography jobs, like getting there and arranging it and that sort of thing. So some of these things I learned the hard way, and you don't always think about this when you're starting. So hopefully you're the person that I'm talking to that's, been getting really good at photography. It's got noticed by people, perhaps on social media. Perhaps you've got a website now. If you haven't, watch that previous video that I did on getting your own website. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be free as well. And you're starting to charge money now, and you're thinking, this is what I want to do. I want to do more of, or slowly phase out your job or whatever it is and go full time on. That's what you want to do, is become a professional photographer in whatever type of photography you like doing. So you've got people now getting in touch saying, we want to pay you to photograph this and whatever it is, okay? So great, obviously you'll have an email, you'll have a few back and forth emails, what they want, the brief, pricing, that sort of thing. And then they'll tell you the address where it is. Brilliant. So you go there, obviously, well, this is my process, which is a lot of it's common sense, which you would anyway, but say you've got a job and it starts in the morning. And obviously you look at Google Maps and it tells you how far away it is, the best way to get there, driving, or if you're going to get the train. So you work out the route and the distance and everything. So first of all, it's common sense, but always get there early. So you never know what traffic's going to do, or train delays or whatever, so, or bad weather. So always get there early. Allow a big buffer in case there's a delay. So I'm usually like an hour earlier to the job. I'll wait in the car, or perhaps if there's a coffee shop nearby or something like that, but I'll get near the job, get there early. So that's pretty common sense, really. You don't want to be late on something that you're getting paid for, okay? So it may mean you have to get up earlier or leave earlier, but always anticipate that there could be a delay of some kind. So get there early, all right? Also get earlier on the job if you have to set stuff up like lighting or whatever. So they may say, we want you to start at 10 o'clock. But again, get there early, because you have to work out the area. They need to show you around and whatever, and you may have to set lights up, studio stuff, or whatever it is you're doing. So get there early for that. Now, this is something that I learned the hard way, is parking. So if you're driving there, you get the address, you think, great, that's good. Google Maps says it's an hour away or half an hour away, whatever it is. And you get there. Then you think, oh, they haven't got parking, all right? Or you get to their parking and it's full. So here's a couple of little tips that I learned the hard way. This is simple stuff and it's probably common sense, but I fell foul to it because I didn't prepare. So hopefully it might help someone who's as stupid as me. So first of all, when you're emailing back and forth correspondence, or however you're messaging the client, ask where there is parking, like in the brief when you're getting all the details. Ask, is there parking for me? And if not, can you reserve parking for me? So when you get there, there's a bay waiting for you. They'll say, yes, it's parking bay 12 or whatever. Some are like multi-story underground car parks if it's like in a town or something, or if it's one of those business centres with lots of businesses, they'll have parking. Ask specifically, is there parking for me? This is when I got on a job ages ago, years and years ago, and I looked on Google Maps, the company had parking, great. When I got there, there wasn't one single parking space, and I didn't have a clue where to park, and I had studio gear to take with me as well. Sometimes they might say, we haven't got parking, okay? And this applies to someone's house as well. If you're going to someone's residence where they want a photo shoot of some kind, they might not have a driveway, they might not have room for parking. So if they say we haven't got parking, then they'll probably tell you anyway, but ask, where can I park? Okay, again, I've fallen foul to this, and they might say, well, there is parking down the road, it's free on that street. But even that, you have to be careful, because you may not find any parking there. So it's good to find a paid car park that's nearby and work out the walking distance as well. Because if you've got a lug studio gear with you, or big camera bags or whatever it is you're doing, you got to take that into account. It might be half a mile away and you've got to walk there, okay? So, and work out the time it takes on Google Maps from walking to that car park to the job, okay? So ask them, can you drop me a location to the nearest parking, please? And also you can check if there's availability. You may even be able to book parking at that car park. You can claim that back on the job. So say you've spent £5 or £10 on parking, just put it on the invoice afterwards. They won't mind. It's just part of the process, okay? And you get that money back. So yeah, the logistics of it. Maybe most people are watching this thinking, well, you must be stupid. Well, I must have been, but because I got suckered a few times by, oh, there's no parking. So I hope that helps with the logistics. Obviously, looking at the distance, getting there early and requesting parking. If they haven't got any, where can I park, and take all that into account. So hopefully that will help someone that was as stupid as me and not learn the hard way like I did. So if you need any coaching at all with photography, anything photography related, I offer that service now. The details are down below. One-to-one coaching, where it's something specific that you might want advice on, or a technique or something you're not sure about, or camera gear you're thinking about, then get in touch below and we can have a discovery call, discuss what your needs are. And if I think I can help, we can go from there. And that'd be great to work alongside with you. So we can do that on Zoom, online, at a time that suits you. So I hope this video helps. It's not very photography related, it's more common sense related with anything in life. If you're charging money for a job, work out the logistics properly, really be meticulous with it, and don't forget to ask for parking. So I hope this video helped.